And anything else? Just that. All the day I worked. And you?
Oh, it was kind of relaxed, I will say, because I'm only working in the morning now, and in the afternoon I'm free, but only for till Friday. Then from Monday I will start with my routine.
With your
So
what?
with my routine and working in the morning, afternoon, and night. So
Oh,
my vacations
then
will end on
these
Friday.
are your last day of happiness.
Yes, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday now, and well, the weekend, of course. But it is fine. I
Yeah,
like to be.
is that we have to do.
Yeah. All right. So let's please continue. And well, we were basically reviewing about the models of necessity, and we did practices about it. And now we are going to review on participial adjectives. What are participial adjectives? Well, these are going to be the adjectives that end in ed, as you see here, or ing, gerund. What is the difference between these two? Well, past participle, ed, express or show someone feels, like how someone feels from an action or an activity, you know, basically the receiver or experiencer, the person feeling the emotion. Example, I was bored by this class. I experienced this feeling from the class. The other example, the man is amused by the movie. The man experiences this feeling from the movie. By watching the movie, he feels amused. I feel so relaxed from my vacation. So I experienced the feeling from my vacation. Like my vacation made me feel relaxed. Terry is interested in science, and Terry experiences this feeling for science. So science make him feel interested about it. And here, participial adjectives ending in ing express or show how someone, something, or a situation causes us to feel. So agent or cause, the thing or person causing the emotion. Who is causing this emotion to you? This class was boring. So the class caused this feeling for me. No? Whose fault was it? The class. The movie is amusing to the man. The movie is causing the feeling of this man. My vacation was so relaxing. The vacation caused the feeling for me.
Okay.
Science is interesting to Terry. Science causes this feeling for Terry. So, any doubts or questions?
No, I think that I understand.
Amazing. Let's please work on the practice. There you go.
Okay, I'll let you know then.
Thank you.
Fifth teacher, I think that I finished.
Great. And how did you do?
I think good. I didn't got anything wrong.
That's amazing. All right. Well, let's please continue with the conversation practice using participial adjectives. Let's begin with the first question. What things or, well, kinds of TV programs are you interested in?
Okay. As I told you once time, I don't watch a lot of television. Like I don't like. I get bored. But when I used to watch TV, I used to watch, as I told you, my wrestling program, and then I used to like Comedy Central. Yes. Anything else? I think when I was a child, I used to like Nickelodeon and that kind of programs like comedies principally, and my wrestling show.
Okay, right. And when was the last time you were embarrassed?
Um, the last time I were embarrassed, I think that it was like I don't remember what, but I don't remember the date, the day, but I think that it was 2 weeks ago or one week ago when my teacher asked someone to the class, like my physics teacher asked something to the class, and I answered, and my answer was bad because the teacher said no, it is not correct, and I think that in that moment I feel a little embarrassed, but not so much.
Okay, all right. And what makes you feel relaxed?
Um, Principally is like just lying in my bed and that kind of stuff, and that kind of stuff. But one thing that makes me feel so relaxed is like sitting or just watching a river, like listening to the river and watching it. That yes, that like the rivers that are in Los Yungas, that those make me feel relaxed.
Okay, so basically like the water sound.
Yeah, principally the water sound.
All right, okay. And do you feel tired after class? Why or why not?
Yes, I feel tired after class, and this is why I pass a lot of classes. I pass classes 4 hours in the morning, then I pass 1 hour of English, but I have to do the activities that it took me 1.5 hour, and then I take Russian classes that it lasted it how do you say like dura? That esto dura.
You can say it lasts or it takes
Okay,
an hour.
okay. Then my Russian lesson takes like three and a half hours a day. And yeah, I think that would be the reason because the reason is because I pass a lot of classes in the day and every day.
Oh, okay. Wow, 3 hours and a half of Russian.
Yeah,
But basically, with activities
it's what?
with activities included.
Yeah, exactly. With activities included. Because if it's like our teacher sent us a video that lasts 1.5 hour, but what is like when my teacher is talking like in the video, um they put some pictures and you have to copy that because you're learning the language, and then you have to copy the sentences, you have to copy some examples, the grammatic or something like that, and this makes that it took at least 2 hours of class, and then the activities that yes close 1.5 hour.
Okay, all right.
But it's nice. I like Russian. I know how to say some words, and it's beautiful. It's not
That
so
sounds good.
complicated as we think. It is, but it's not so complicated.
Oh, really? Which one you find it easier, English or Russian?
I think that English because I think that the principal reason is because I learned English and watching films or listening to music. Like all the tenses that I know are based on songs that I've heard. For example, there is a song from Kiss that is it's that in the beginning says, "Have you ever climbed the mountain?" And in that moment, I learned the present perfect. Yeah, the present perfect participle. I think it is, but I think that this will be the reason because I learned English based off watching movies or listening to music, and in class, of course, but principally from there.
That's amazing. So we can say that your background was basically listening to music and watching movies.
Yeah, principally, yeah. Of course, the classes help you because I before being in this academy, I was in another that is the British English Center, and I was there for like 1 year and 3 months, and there I learned a lot of things like I learned the use of used to and that kind of thing, and that's why I think that English is easier for me because I haven't listened any Russian song yet, but I think that when I when I be able to to listen some Russian song, I think that this will make the thing so easy for me, easier for me to understand the language. It's not so complicated. It is possible. It is possible.
Wow, that sounds interesting. So you will be able now to speak three languages in three languages.
And yeah, and 4 languages. I know how to speak Italian also.
Oh, well, that's
Italian I
amazing.
know until B2, until level B2. I passed Italian lessons like the past year, all the past year from February to December, and I know how to speak Italian. I don't dominate it because I think that you dominate a language when you go to live and in that place and you talk every day in that language. I don't dominate it, but I think that I can defend. I can communicate with in Italian.
Wow, that's very nice. That's very interesting.
Thing.
And, well, were you satisfied with the test results of your last grammar test?
And my results, I think that it was 95 or 100, and yes, I was very satisfied because it's like a good grade.
Mm-hmm. All right. And talk about a time where you were terrified.
Okay, a time when I was terrified. I think that I would tell you about a story that it happened 3 years ago in 2018. Yes, I went to a travel to Lima, but it wasn't to Lima in Peru. No, it was like 3 hours from Lima in a private beach. It wasn't like private, but it was like a couple of houses there, and it was a piece of beach just for that houses and my family and I went with my family and my uncles. And in that moment, I went to the sea every day. And once when I was there, I went with my brother to the beach. Like I said, let's go to the sea and like that. And the principal thing that you can do in the ocean is like go and see how far you can step on the sea. And we did that with my brother. It is my bigger brother. It is my big brother. He's 4 years bigger than me, I think. Yes, 4 years. Yeah. And in that moment, it's like that. it's like we were walking over the sand, like in the sea, and we get to a point that we couldn't return. It was like the what is it, corriente, la corriente marina, digamos.
Mm, you could say the rivers or the oceans, waves.
Okay. The ocean waves and the strength of the water was so high then we couldn't return. It was like if we even if we keep swimming, we couldn't return. We couldn't return. Like you every time, every second I was sawing how the beach was getting far from me, and my brother too. And my brother told me, Leandro, swim as faster as you can, as the most faster that you can, not the fastest that you can. And I tried, and I just said, oh my god, I would. In that moment, I said, oh my god, I will die. Ahogado. How do you say ahogado?
I will drown.
Drown. Okay, then
Yes.
I will die drown, because in that moment, when if you lose your strength, like if you lose your strength to keep swimming or keep trying, and you die, like the water takes you to the bottom, and you can't do anything. And I don't know why. I just keep swimming with all my strength, and I get to a moment that I could step on the sand, and I went like step by step, like so slowly, but I thought that in that moment I said, I have to do this in this way, because if don't, I will die. And yes, I think that will be on, like, 2 minutes. It lasted 10 minutes, I think, but it was the most the largest 10 minutes in my life, and I get to the sand. And after that, my little sister, that in that time she was 10 years, I think, and went to the same place, and with my brother. And when I was in the beach with my brother, we said no. And my sister's name is Nayeli. We screamed, Nayeli, come back, and she didn't. Listen, she didn't hear us, and we had to ask to. In that beach, there was a life savior,
Yes,
salvavidas.
a lifeguard.
Yeah, a lifeguard, and he went for my sister. My sister wasn't so far as me and my brother were, but she was getting in that place that you can't return. And then the lifeguard saved my sister, and then he told us that in that beach, um, like, six people have already died before we there. And when we said, oh my god, then that beach is like, so it's like, it is engañosa. They told us that it is engañoso.
Tricky.
It is tricky, yes. It is so tricky that you cannot get confused. You cannot get re, reliable. How do you say confiado?
You cannot trust.
Yeah, that you cannot trust in you cannot trust yourself when you are there. When you're in the sea.
Yes, exactly. You cannot trust yourself because you never know when the waves or the water current is going to change. The sea levels, and so
Exactly. And yeah, I think that this will be the moment that I was so terrified, because I said, "Oh my god, yeah, this is my." I said that I said, "Oh my god, I will die," and no one could help us, because it was like
very far
five.
away.
We were so far away, and it was 5 p.m. Then no one was in the beach. Like my fathers were in the house with my uncles. It was just me, my brother, and my sister in the beach.
Mm.
Then if we if in that moment we wouldn't come back, um, I think that have they have never found our bodies or something like that, because if the sea is the Pacific Ocean, then and it's so strong. And yes, I think that this will be the situation.
Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting. At least now you know how to react or what to do in a difficult situation.
Yeah, and I feel and I have more respect for the sea also. Like I don't trust a lot on myself when I am there. I just say, okay, just I have to get here.
All right. Well, that was an interesting story. And well, talk about a time where talk about a time where you talk about a time you were worried.
Okay. I think that is the situation is a typical situation. It was like when it happened 8 years ago. It was like I went to a trip to Punta Cana, the only time that I went there with my uncles also, and I have a little cousin called Zaira. This is her name, and in that moment, I was 40 years old. No, no, 14 years old. Sorry, and I borrowed her my cell phone because she wanted to play something, and I just um and I how do you say descuidar? Le-
I was careless.
Okay, yeah, I think this, yeah. And I was
Careless.
careless, yes, and I was careless, and I don't know why my little cousin put my cell phone like above like in the border of the pool. And when I asked her to return that to me, she just I don't know how, but I just remember that I saw my cell phone in the bottom of the pool, and it was a new cell phone. It was like I bought it 1 week before that. I think that in that moment, because I was like, no, please, no, it is new, and I was trying to blue. So soplar is blue.
Yeah, to blow.
Blow. Yeah, I was trying to blow, and in the next day I went I went to buy some rice, and I think that in that this situation.
Okay, all right. And well, how can you help someone who is depressed?
Hmm. I this topic of depression is so for me it's so important. Like you cannot take it easy, and this is principally because and this is because I think that I can help someone who is sad, like he's passing for a bad moment, a really bad moment. But when we talk about depression, it's like something is so bad, yeah, and this needs some medical or psychological help. In that, if someone is really depressed, I think that I wouldn't be able to do anything. But if someone is sad and I passed for a similar situation, I think that I could help him, like telling her or him that I wouldn't tell him or her the typical phrases like all is gonna be good or something like that. I think that the best way to overcome a bad situation, principally, is like to talk about it. I would say, don't worry, you can talk to me if you want to 5 hours, or we can talk for all the night. And yeah, yeah, you just for him to, who do you say this, Olga?
Let yourself go.
Yeah, just for him to let her or herself go.
Okay. And when was the last time you were bored? And why you were bored?
Yeah, it happened. Yeah, I think that 2 hours ago because I was studying and I was studying physics and I just get tired of that. I said, okay, yeah, I will stop here. I will just wait for my English classes because I got bored and tired within in that moment.
All right. And talk about a time you were very surprised.
Mm. A time that I was very surprised. It is kind of sad. No, it is not sad, but it was when it was my my 60th birthday. It's good. 60th birthday. Mi cumpleaños 16.
Oh, 16th.
Okay, 16th birthday. Okay. Um, I had a girlfriend in that moment, and she prepared a surprise party for me. It was like I went to have a lunch with my family, and then I returned to my home, and it was like I think that it was 15 people in my bedroom, and they just say surprise, and I just got, oh my god, what are you doing here? I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. I swear I didn't expect something. She made something. She made something similar the past year, past like the past year of that moment, like in 2018, I think, or 17. But I in that moment I expected something, but in that situation that I am telling you, and no, I wasn't expecting something. I was very surprised. I think that this will be, and of course, as I told you, I think yes, I think that I told you this that when my family gifted me a laptop like 1 year ago. Yes.
Okay, yes, you told me when you got your laptop. All right, very good. Let's please continue. What kinds of TV programs do you think are boring?
What kind of TV programs I think that are boring? I think that the programs that just talk about gossip. I think that this kind of programs and the programs that are so overacted, yes, overactados,
Mhm.
yes, like so overacted, like caso cerrado. I can't take seriously, and I can't handle with this program, for example, and the program that just talk about gossip, like I think that the Bolivian program is Bigote. Yes, I think that this program is just talk about gossips and that kind of stuff. Yes, I think that these two are so boring for me, principal. And the programs that that how do you say que tratan? Like que tratan de.
Are about?
Okay, yes, that are about um, a group of friends as Acapulco Shore or Jersey Shore. I don't know. I don't know why. But I just got so bored. I just said, okay, I can't handle with that.
Okay. Talk about something you think is fascinating.
Okay, I think that that is fascinating. I think it will be the I think that the principal would be the situation that I told you. I think like a couple of days ago, or I don't know. I don't remember. But it's like the chimpanzees, the monkeys or the chimpanzees. Chimpanzees is good, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Chimpanzees are the most similar to us if we talk about ADN. Our difference is just like 2% of difference between our similarity. and you can see the difference. A chimpanzee can learn how to count, like I think that to 10, can build some little structures, can communicate in base of um, like, how do you say lenguaje de señas?
Sign language.
Exactly. But in base of sign language and something like that, they can do a lot of things, but then you have to think what we can do. We can build buildings, we can build rockets, we can build computers. We can learn how to do anything that we want to if we have the capacity to. If we have the willing. If we are willing to do this, we can do anything we want. Like the humans can do anything we want. We can learn engineering. We can learn engineering. We can learn medicine. We can learn language, a lot of languages, it is and it is the difference is just 2% between the chimpanzees and us. And now just think how uh, how different can be another species. What do you say, species?
Species. Yes, you're right. Species.
Another species that is 2% or 3% more than us. I think that this is so fascinating. Like the differences between something that is almost um, irrelevant, like the difference of 2%, that makes a lot, really a lot, because you can't compare a human with a chimpanzee. And I think that also you won't be able to compare a human with some species 2% different to us, like oh, like better than us, 2% better than us. I think that these two will be this principal thing will be the most fascinating thing.
All right. Okay. And talk about some surprising news you heard or read about.
And a news that a new when I want to talk about a new, like just in singular, I say new or news.
Oh, news, because it's the same. Singular is news as well.
Okay, thank you.
Because if you
Then
only say new is the adjective, right?
yeah, exactly. That was I
Mhm.
was I was asking. Okay, then a news that I heard that surprised me it is that the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, the past week invited to everyone that wanted to go to get vaccinated to go there. And when I read that, I just said, "Oh my God, they are asking me to come to go there." And yes, I think that this will be the news.
Okay, right. And did you ever see something that was terrifying? And what was it?
Yes, one time. I don't believe so much in ghosts or spirits or this typical thing, but I remember that that like 1 year ago or something like that, I used to play every day in my PlayStation. I used to play with my friends until 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. Like every day. Yes, it is no healthy, I know, but I used to do that. And and one night when I go to the bed at 4 a.m., I think I said goodbye to my friends and I said, okay, I have to go. I am tired. I want to rest. In that moment, I lied. Yes, I lied in my bed and I just closed my eyes. In that moment, I remember that my brain, I felt how my brain was palpitating, like if it was my heart, my brain, like my head. And I said, oh my God. And I didn't feel pain, like it wasn't like a headache. No, it was, I just felt how it was palpitating. And in that moment, I heard one of my friends, which I who I play every day. No, no, I should currently not, but in that moment I used to play every day. And telling me, Leandro, come here. I have to tell you something. And I said, what? And I said, what the fuck? What are you doing here? But there wasn't anyone. And in that moment, I thought, okay, I should dreamed, I should have dreamed that. But I remember that um, 30 minutes after that, I just I just saw to my roof and I couldn't move. Like I think that I got in that moment I got how do you say parálisis del sueño?
Like dream paralysis. There isn't a specific and scientific name for that, but it's paralysis.
Okay, then I think that in that moment I got paralysis. That typical dreaming paralysis or dream paralysis. I don't
Yes,
know if
sleep
you have
paralysis.
experienced it. Yes, that
Mm-hmm.
okay. I don't know if you have experienced these once, but if don't, I don't wish this to anyone. Like it is so it is awful to live this because it's like you cannot move. You just can't see. Like you can't scream. You can't move even your finger. You can't move that. You can't do anything. Like you just can't see what is happening. And also you can't sleep because you are worried because you think, oh my god, why 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 I can't move? You say that in that moment. And I remember that in that moment I saw like a shadow in front of me. Like in front of my bed, I saw a shadow, and I was trying to scream. I was trying to get up and run away, but it was impossible because I couldn't do anything. That kind of paralysis, I don't know why happens. I don't know exactly what happens, but I've read that is because your brain is so tired that your brain automatically forces it's like forces your body parts to leave moving to leave moving. Yes, I think that dejar de moverse, uh,
Mm-hmm.
to leave moving.
Moving.
And you can't do anything. And I saw that shadow, and I just saw how that shadow were going more little, and in that point, I couldn't see anything. After that, I just remember that I closed my eyes the strongest that I can, and in that moment I said, it's a dream," but it wasn't a dream. But in my mind, I wanted to convince me about it, to
Mm-hmm.
convince myself about it, and and I wake up 10 minutes after that, like in yeah, I was able to move in that moment, and I remember that I wake up so so scared in the moment. I just wanted to go to my parents' bedroom and dream with them. But I said, okay, take it easy. It should be a dream or something like that. But no, I know that it wasn't a dream. I saw that. But yes, I think that this will be the situation that was terrifying.
Okay, you're right. And yes, indeed, it is very terrifying, especially because you know the feeling of not be able to moving or talking, but no one listening to you. So it is
Exactly. Have you
terrifying.
experienced it, this? Like a
Yep,
dream?
I did. I did when I was in sleeping in a hotel room.
Oh,
Yes. Yep.
and how and how was that? Then did you?
But it was very scary for me. I also thought that I was dreaming. I thought it was a nightmare because I felt like someone was walking on my bed and this like I don't know, presence or ghost, I don't know how to say it, was started walking from my feet and it was like walking towards my head,
Yeah,
and I could see the bed moving. I could feel
yes.
it. Yeah.
Oh
And
my
in
god.
my mind, I wanted to grab my cell phone and call, whoever,
Yeah.
but or turn on the lights or stand up or move my fingers or something, but I couldn't. So it was in this hotel, where they recorded this song from Little John. I think it was it in La Paz City. Where is this hotel? It's in the front of the El Prado. What is it? What is this hotel?
Do you don't know
Hotel
how it
Sucre,
was called?
ex Hotel Sucre, Sucre Hotel. But it
Ex-
is old. It's an old building.
And I think that this hotel must have some histories, some
Yeah,
stories.
of course. Yeah. But I remember that I just couldn't move, couldn't do anything. And well, yeah, I didn't want to open my eyes because when I opened my eyes, I saw that no one was there. But I could feel my bed moving, like someone is really stepping very hard, and you feel your bed like moving. So,
Oh,
oh my God, it was very
oh my
scary.
god. And how did you wake up in that moment? Or did you
I
said,
just
oh,
closed my eyes and I started praying.
yeah, I did that too.
That
I just
always
closed
works.
my eyes. I think that this is the cure for
Yeah.
that.
And then I was able to move and I grabbed my cell phone, I turned on the TV and I turned on the lights and I just slept that way with my lights on, TV and cell phone on my hand. And yeah.
Yeah, it is so terrifying, isn't it? It's like
Mhm.
it's more the desperation that you can't do anything. Because if you were able to scream or to call someone, I think that you wouldn't have such a bad moment.
Yes. And you wouldn't feel so like desperate.
Yeah, principally the desperation. I remember the feeling that can't scream. I can't scream. I tried, but my mouth my mouth was wasn't able to open.
Wasn't answering you.
Wasn't answering. Yes, I wasn't answering me.
Yeah, it is. Maybe I was just tired of my trip. I don't know what happened, but that was just,
Yeah,
yeah, it was just an interesting experience that I will
interesting and
never
bad
forget.
experience.
Yeah, interesting, bad, and well, because it never happened to me before. It was the first time, so I was like, oh,
Yeah,
what
also to
is
me, I
this?
I think that one cause can be that your brain is so tired.
And maybe it was because at that time, we just came back from, like, we were very close to the border of Peru. I was working with Engineers in Action,
Okay,
and we went to a community to work building an irrigation system, like water irrigation system. And it was on one of my works when I was a translator. So we were coming back and we stayed at that hotel because there was no space in another hotel. So I remember it was like, okay, the last option. And yeah, and like luckily me, the next day we moved to another hotel. So I was very happy for that.
yeah, I think that you wouldn't be able to make one more night
Yeah,
in
of
that place.
course, never. No, I wouldn't go
Never.
back. Never. But I did in fact came like eventually went back. But yeah, I knew how things were working on the following times that I visit, and so I used to sleep with the lights on and everything.
No, then you are you already know how to
Yeah,
stay
now
there.
I know how to be prepared for these kind of situations. That
What was the name of this hotel to practice your tips?
yeah, it is.
Sucre.
Yeah, I think, but nowadays I think it's called Wesley Hotel. It's in the
Okay,
front of El Prado,
okay, okay.
next to in the same block where Alexander Coffee is.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, yes.
Hmm. Yeah, it's very old, very very old.
Okay, then If I stay there for one night, I will dream with the lights on.
Mm-hmm. And you know that this singer, American singer, went to actually record a video there, like a music video.
Really? I didn't know this.
Yes.
And the video was a music video.
Yes, you know this song. Oh, where is it? I think it's called like it's based on the
Okay.
Wizard of Oz. Like,
Is Wizard of Oz?
yeah, kind of like the video is kind of like that. What is the name of this? I will remember the title of the song and I would let you know. Oh, this one is Naughty Boy from La 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 featuring Sam Smith.
La 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 featuring from Sam Smith.
Sam Smith.
Sam
Yes.
Smith. Okay.
It's
I will
Naughty
look
Boy.
for that.
Yeah, and it was recorded in La Paz City.
I didn't know this. Sam Smith. He is acknowledged.
Yes, Naughty Boy and Sam La La La.
Okay.
Didn't know it
I
was like I thought it was just the chorus that I didn't know it
okay.
was the title of the song. Well, yep.
I will look for this song.
And you will see some like parts of the hotel. They show like some of the holes in the hotel.
Okay.
Yep.
I will do I will do anything to never get to that hotel.
Yeah. No. All right. And well, what kinds of activities do you think are exciting?
I think that are exciting that the activities that are exciting are all the activities that are out of your comfort zone. Like I don't know if you have never uh, if you have never driven a car, drive a car would be the thing that it is so exciting for you because it's something new and you just get out from your comfort zone. Principally, I think that it will be like doing paraglidism. I think yes. I don't know if this is correct, but I think yes. Doing paraglidism, then doing all the extreme sports. No, not sport, extreme activities, or going in a zip line or that kind of activities, or
Oh,
bungee
like
jump.
parachuting or skydiving?
Yeah, exactly. That kind of
Mm,
principally this.
all right. And well, you already talked about a time you did something. Oh, now this one. Something embarrassing, but you said about your physics class, right?
Yes.
All right. In this one, do you ever do physical activities that are very tiring?
Yeah. Current. I go like every day. You know, not every day. Like from Monday to Friday to the gym, and I do activities like I I lift I lift things, pesas. How do you say pesas? Levanto pesas. I lift.
Weights?
Yeah, I lift weights and yeah, that kind of stuff. I just exercise myself a lot in that place. 2 hours a day.
All right. And what school subjects do you think are interesting?
School subjects. I think that I could say. Um, my God. If we talk about a school, I would say that um, history. Yes, when I used to pass history with my teacher, he just talked for an hour, and I don't know why he trapped you, like he trapped you, and you just put attention to him. I think that this will be history because my teacher was a good history. I think that depends on the teacher principally. And then I think that also physics in some cases, if your teacher is good at physics and chemistry, yeah, anything else I think. If your teacher is good, because if if it doesn't, then you won't be interested in anything.
All right, okay. Yes, physics. You need a good teacher on physics always because of
Yeah,
you know, the explanations and everything. It's you have to have a good teacher that explains you how to understand everything about it.
yeah, principally in physics and chemistry. Also math, but I think that math is more abstract. Like you cannot represent that. I think that you get interested when you see that in a real life, like in physics or in chemistry.
Yeah, plus it's more practical, you know. No matter if the teacher is boring, he only explains how to solve an exercise and then you just follow.
Exactly.
Yeah. And do you agree that the news on TV nowadays are too depressing?
Um, I think not. It doesn't depress me. I could say like it just inform me. I I just get informed watching the news and depressing. I think not because we know that we are humans and we know how we are, and the news helps us to know what is happening in the world. And I think that I don't think it's depressing. I think that it just informed. That it just tells you about what is happening in the world.
Hmm. And what kinds of activities do you do that are relaxing?
Playing in my PlayStation, sounding my guitar, and going to the gym because yeah, going to the gym relaxes me a lot. Like I feel good when I go there, and walking. Like I love walking in the street. Just put my headphones on and just walk. Hey, I don't know. It doesn't matter where, but I just love walking like with my music, with my music like for for hours. I think that this will be
And it's very nice that you like walking because, you know, if you're moving countries, you will find out that you will have to walk a lot, especially when you're
exactly.
going to the
But I like it, then
international
it's an
transportation.
advantage. Yeah, yeah, but I like that. Yes, and I would love walking in another country then.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a very interesting conversation about experiences. All right. Well, now we review participial adjectives, and this will be the last thing you're going to be reviewing on unit number 3. Therefore, today I will be assigning the quiz for you to work on it. Okay.
Okay,
And we will start with vocabulary unit number 4, in which we are going to review now separable phrasal verbs. And yes, you will find a new list here on separable this time. We review just phrasal verbs, and now you will see, the other part of it, separable
okay.
phrasal verbs. And well, we can start with this column. Call up. The meaning of call up means to telephone someone. And here we have an example, please.
He called me up to tell me about it.
Calm down. Help someone to relax.
We tried to calm people's fears.
Drop off. Leave something or someone.
I will drop you off on my way home.
Pick up. To get something or someone.
Mommy, can you pick me up?
Cheer up. Make a sad person feel happy.
Here's a bit of news that will cheer you up.
Figure out. Find a solution.
Okay, if I have a map, I can figure it out.
Give out. Give something to each person in a group.
Could you give the drinks out, please?
Write down. Write something on paper.
This is the address that you want to write down.
Perfect. And well, we are going to continue on tomorrow's class. All right.
All right.
Okay, let's please work on the survey. And that will be all for tonight.
Okay, I've already sent it.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Okay,
And
then
see you
teacher.
tomorrow, Leandro.
See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow
Have a
in the
great
morning,
night.
right?
Yeah, tomorrow. No, yeah, tomorrow morning.
Perfect.
Then see you, teacher. Have a great night.
You. The same for you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.